Hey, how y'all doing? Corky here. There was a song that was one of my favorite songs all my life. I even requested for it to be played at my funeral, but the rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated. So, the name of the song is Sleepwalk, originally performed by Santo and Johnny. I'm going to say late 50s, early 60s, I'm not sure which. But it utilizes a bass, rhythm guitar, electric, drums, and what often we call a lap steel. But I believe his would have been one of those steel guitars that was mounted on legs, you know. Fender made those very popular. So I had recorded this on my Soul Travels album, and it was just one of those songs that got inside of me, you know, riding in a car late at night, listening to AM radio, you know, and it really is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's an instrumental, and you know what this causes me to reflect on is there are certain types of songs that utilize certain instrumental configurations, and recently I put together a little band over at the middle school to do some old guitar standards. We did Raunchy, which was the song that George Harrison used to audition with the Beatles, and we also did Rumble by Link Ray. Now, both of these songs are in a kind of a thing where the band is bass, drums, electric guitar, and there's always a saxophone solo. And this is very common, and especially during the 60s, even in surf music, so forth, you'd have a saxophone solo just to break up the monotony before the guitar player took off again. And these kind of songs, I'm going to say, gravitate around Washington, D.C. area because Roy Buchanan and Danny Gatton, in my day, were kings of this. They were playing the Telecaster, but you can do it on a Stratocaster. And so when you get that configuration, I was putting that band together, and I had a saxophone player, guitar player, bass, and drums. And immediately I began to ask myself, you know, what favorite songs over time utilize those instruments. And of course, it would be Apache by Hank Marvin. Would be Walk Don't Run by the Ventures. And immediately I came up with like 20 songs that had a sax solo in an instrumental electric guitar song. And it was quite exciting. And I really love that particular, if you want to call it a genre, I don't know. But anyway, Sleepwalk is in that whole category. So that if you went to hear Danny Gatton when he was alive, he would do Sleepwalk. If you went to hear Larry Carlton in concert, he might do Sleepwalk. So it's an electric guitar standard, and so I did my version of it, and so that's what I'm going to show you today. Is just my version of it, and the particular notes that I played on a Telecaster Custom when I recorded this back in the 90s. So anyway, it's in the key of C major 7th. I'm in my middle position here for the rhythm. So that's kind of the way the rhythm is. Use lots of reverb on these kind of songs. Now when I do the melody, I'm in the bridge pickup. So I'm going to get it like a Telecaster type sound. And the intro and the outro, I do this right here. Okay. And then I do this, which is an F minor right here on the 13th fret. And then a G9. Got an E note there. So it's so I slide my G string from the G to A, and then I hit a harmonic on the 12th fret, E and B string, and G string, and then the F minor. Okay. That's the intro, and then the melody comes in, that same chord pattern, C major 7th to A minor, F minor to G, and I do this right here. I'm pulling up to a C note here on the B string, doing a lot of vibrato. I might tweak that like that. And then I do this double stop right here. I'm on the 5th fret on that G string, and then it's a from the top. And here I hit this G note. I go it's a E and a G note. Then I'm hitting the A minor. And just press that vibrato bar just a little bit to get that surf sound. Now we're in chords. There's my A minor, or half of an A minor bar. Then I slide that down to F minor. And then I'm going to do a G6. And just let that sustain while the band goes back into that. Then you repeat the whole thing again. Okay. Now for the bridge, the chords are F minor, C, G. Then it hits a seventh. I went too far on it too. Then minor again, then D, A flat, G. Okay, I'm going to show you the bridge now in the melody. When you go to F, it goes. So I'm doing hammer-ons and bends in there. I'm pulling on that A note. Then I'm going up here and bending this. A flat. Then it does it again. Back to F. Minor. C. G. And then for the outgo, it's the very end, you go up to your G6 chord down here you've been using, and you slide it down 2 frets. And then the very last thing is you do this. Anyway, sorry I got that little bit of order out. I'm not an editor on videos, so this is just like what it would be if you and I were in a room together. So Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny, I love it. Again, that bridge is C, G. Then it goes D. All right, there's a little something. I hope it helps somebody. See you.